Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision, and today I want to take a look at a couple of markets that I'm currently stocking for potential opportunities. And I want to start here with a chart of DAX, the Germany 40, and this is the daily chart, and the market last week printed an all-time high. So we had a very strong push here to a higher high and currently pulling back. This is the daily chart, and the daily is back into an uptrend, and we do have flat to converge here on the momentum indicators. Taking a look here on the weekly chart, and we can see that the weekly is still in an uptrend, so we've got a higher high and a higher low. However, we do have a rejection of the break higher here, and we do have some divergence here on the momentum indicators. Looking at the monthly, it's a strong uptrend. We've got the moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend. Strong convergence here on the momentum indicators, and we are, however, overextended, meaning there's a distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages. So coming back into the daily, what I'm looking for is a pullback, so a continuation of this sell toward the moving averages and the round number and the level of 24,000. So if I'll zoom in a bit into this area, and what I'd like to do is draw the Fibonacci retracement from this low all the way to the high, we can see that we have this level. There's been a couple of touches here in the past, more so this consolidation, the break, rejection, pullback, and then the push to a higher high. It's also clustering with a 61.8% retracement. So we've got a level, a round number, and a 61.8% retracement. And if and when the market will pull back into this area, it will also be back into the buy zone, the area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages. So I'm keeping a close eye on the chart of the DAX. Next, I want to take a look at the chart of Aussie versus the Kiwi. So the Reserve Bank of Australia has decided to keep interest rate on hold, and that surprised the market, and we saw a strong push by the Aussie dollar. So what I've got here is the weekly chart, and we can see that the weekly chart is in an uptrend. We broke above the previous swing high. What we can also see is that this level, the 1.09, is a very strong and significant level on this market. This was the breakdown level on the way to a lower low. It was tested from below, and now the market is trading above that level. If we'll take a quick look here on the monthly, we can see that we don't really have much of a trend here. It's mostly sideways action. Coming back here into the daily, and we see this strong move that we had, the break above the 1.09. So what I'm looking for is, now that we broke above and closed above this level, I'm looking for a pullback, really some of this very strong buying pressure, and I'm looking for a continuation of the move. And the level that I'm looking for that pullback is the 1.0850. We can see we had a lot of touches at that level, rejection, some more rejections here, and then some rejections before the break above that area, and the continuation also above the strong 1.09 level. So on this market, I'm looking for a pullback into that level, into the buy zone, and for signs that the buyers are returning into the market, and a continuation of this move. Lastly, I want to take a look at the chart on pound versus the US. And here on the weekly chart, we can see that we do have an uptrend. We pushed to a higher high, and we are now back into the buy zone. We are touching the 10 moving averages. Here on the momentum indicators, we are flat to converge. Taking a look here on the daily, and we can see that as the weekly is pulling into the buy zone, this looks like a deeper pullback here in the context of the daily. The level that I'm looking at is the 1.3440. You can see the touches that we had here in the past, and if we go into the weekly, we can see the reason for that level. So it is pulling toward more of the 100% pullback, but I like this area. I like that this was the previous high, consolidated underneath, and then had a push, pullback, and another push from that level. So I'm looking for another reaction of this area. If we go back into the daily, we can see that we already reacted to the previous level over here. We had a bounce off that area, but now we broke below the low of this candle, and the next level that I'm looking to be tested is the 1.3440. I do want to take a quick look at euro dollar. We looked at this last week. The level that I'm after is 1.1630, and we can see we are currently coming very close into this level. So still on my watch list, still keeping a very close eye on euro dollar and the level for a potential bounce. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.